on, everyone? Gilman with Live Wealthy, back with our daily Apple update video where we take a look at how Apple stock traded during the day today, as well as what we need to look out for in the future and how it could trade in the future. So real quick, if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel. I try to do these videos daily. Like the video and comment down below if you want us to take a look at other stocks or what your outlook on Apple is. So wasting no time, getting right into it, let me take a look at the one-day chart and get rid of the indicators. And what we can see is Apple had a great day overall. When we compare to the market, the Nasdaq was up 1.39%. Dow was up 164 points, 0.58%, and S&P was up 0.89%. So as we could see, tech sort of outperformed the general market today, which is something that we had kind of not seen in the past couple of days. Tech had been lagging for some of those days, but as we see, Apple was up 1.74%, and after hours is up another 0.28. So if we combine those, it's about 2%, right? Not to say after hours is always super accurate, but still 1.74% that beats Nasdaq, the Dow, and S&P. So that's great, right? Apple is finally getting some momentum, moving on up. So as we could see, started around the 115 mark, and then we moved up and we tested the VWAP a couple times, right? So here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of 5 times, and all 5 of those times we tested it, went right back up, right? Which is great. It means a sign of strength for Apple stock, which A means that Apple stock is strong. But the other thing that I kind of want to point out here is we had the reason we had great overall trading in the market today is because the White House is offered a $1.8 trillion package. I think the Democrats wanted a $2.4 trillion package, and initially the Republicans were doing a 1.6. It's more, 200 billion more than the 1.6 trillion proposal they had last week. So talks on the stimulus kind of recovering or starting again rather, and the potential of a deal happening is optimistic for the stock market, which is why we saw some of that into the market today. The one thing though that I will say is the stimulus has sort of dictated the market, I would say, for a while now. We saw Trump's tweet earlier this week, where he said, the trades aren't happening, and that sort of, or the talks aren't happening, and sort of dropped the stock market a lot. And a lot of the stock market is kind of going on the optimism that this will pass, that airlines will get the bill they need, and there won't be a bunch of furloughs, that small businesses will get the help they need, that overall there will be more liquidity in the market, right? But as we see here, let's see. They're hoping to have an agreement soon, but that being said, any negotiated deal still needs to pass through the Republican-controlled Senate, and they're kind of hesitant to pass something of that much money, and so Mitch McConnell has also said that it's unlikely a stimulus deal would occur before the election. That's not them, necessarily saying they're going to postpone it until after the election. It's more them saying they're too far apart, and so they might not be able to reach a conclusion before the election. The only reason I bring that up is to kind of share with you guys that there could be some more chop in the market. Anytime we hear good news, stocks will rise. Anytime we hear bad news, stocks will fall. And that's something that's independent of how good or bad Apple is doing. But just something to keep in mind. Now, if we take a look at the one-day chart, Apple was great, kind of rallied into the end. We're at the 117 levels. If we take a look at the 5-day chart, we went up. This is kind of where we were at the beginning of the week, right? Not too much lower than that. We kind of took a dip on Tuesday, came up on Wednesday. The dip on Tuesday, as we could see from here, is because of the Trump tweet mostly. Wednesday kind of sideways, but up. Thursday kind of sideways but down, and then today we were kind of up. So as you can see, not a lot of action going on during the course of the week. I had drawn this trend line that we could take a look at, and initially we've talked about this, but we were at a lower low, lower high, then we were at a higher high, higher low, which means the change of trend. And then I had drawn these two horizontal lines at the 116.47 and the 112s, where we had kind of been trading for the past 5 trading days before today. So two things. A, great that we sort of broke out the upper half of that. We've now gone above the threshold that we had, so I could get rid of this line. But the other thing is, this higher high, higher low that we had, it's sort of moving along. But one thing that I do want to point out is this candle here, the high is in the 117.78, which we're not at yet. After hours it seems like it's going strong, so maybe it'll get there, but that's a point to watch out for. And then more so than that, the one kind of this candle right here and the one high 118s, and then these two right here around the 119s are the next sort of points to watch out for. Now I think personally, if all else stays the same, we've got the Apple iPhone event coming up on Tuesday, we've got Amazon Prime Day 2 days next week, and so I personally think that assuming the stimulus talks are at normal or kind of moving along, that there will be some bullish momentum into tech. If we magically get something that says coronavirus is on the rise again, or another tweet from someone saying, hey, the deals are off, that could be bad for the economy, and it doesn't matter at that point, in my opinion, if Apple has their iPhone event or if Amazon has their Prime Day, because the whole general market sentiment will be that of uncertainty and that of people selling off. I'm personally long on Apple, both in stock as well as options. I have some vertical put spreads, which means I'm expecting the stock to move up. So overall, I do think that we do have good momentum moving forward, but I do want to point out those two things in the stimulus and the coronavirus cases, because it's something that could impact the stock market that goes beyond Apple, because it'll hit everything and there could be some selling pressure. So yeah, with that, I'm hoping that we don't visit the downs here in the 113s. As you can see, we tested it a couple of times. It's held up as good support, so that is our support. The one thing that sort of concerns me is, we've got this 117.72 high from about a week ago that we weren't able to take out. So that's the first kind of thing to watch out for as we approach that 117.72. And then the 118s and the 119s that I sort of pointed out momentarily about a moment ago here, those three candles that I think will be kind of in the high 118s to 119, that will be kind of hard, not hard resistance, right, but they'll serve as resistance points. And then obviously 120 being a mental resistance point. Taking a look at our EMAs, right, or let's take a look at our moving averages. So perfectly moving up as our 50-day moving average, which is at 115.87. We're kind of well above that now. And then taking a look at the EMAs, they're all stacked below our candle. Our lower wick was hitting the 8 EMA at 115, which is great. The EMAs are coming back along. They're starting to get stacked, which is always a good sign and something that I like to see. But yeah, that is all I had for you guys today. So on the downs, we are coming up against a lot of resistance, but if all else stays equal, we've got that Apple event coming up. So that'll be hopefully momentum we need, assuming all else is, all right in the market and in the world around us. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, comment down below what you think the future of Apple is, or if you hold Apple currently, and share with your friends, subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. I'll try to do like a weekly outlook on Apple, kind of recapping everything. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.